Welcome back to another episode of Table Talk Friday, a D&D podcast. I'm your host, Oswin Alemaker, and I just wanted to tell you about three boys who love to talk about D&D. If you like their style, you should follow them on any podcast service you prefer, and come back every Friday for a new episode. And without any further ado, back to the boys.
So, Drew, it's been a little bit since we got to talk because I was missing... Was it last week I was missing? No, did we play last week?
Yes, I think we did.
Okay, so I was there last week.
Everything's blurring together with snowstorms and this and that, and I don't even know.
Yeah, I heard you guys have like 2 feet of snow.
It's not 2 feet. It's pretty crazy. I'm bad at ranging this actual amount of snow, but I would guesstimate probably like 8 to 12 inches or so. There's quite a bit. My poor dog, all you see is his upper body kind of like trudging through the snow.
So I know in like areas where it's like packed down, it's like that much, but my sister lives on a farm with her wife, right? And theirs, like they had like a 2 foot tall freaking like pile of it on top of like a table that's sitting outside. Outside, like normal spots, it looked pretty packed down, like you were saying, like 8 to 12 inches. But like there was a spot where it had just accumulated like what I'm showing you right now on the screen, like this tall of snow. And I was like, oh my God. And she goes, yeah, it is. She was like, this has never happened since I've lived here. And I was like, I don't know what to tell you. It is sunny here.
Yeah, no, it's been a long time since I've seen this much snow on the ground. And our good buddy, Farmer Eric from college, he showed me he put a ruler down to measure it, and he lost the ruler. It got
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I wish I was experiencing it so I could be told not to come to work.
I know. I don't know if it's gonna be totally safe. It's really, really powdery. Like it's perfect for snowball fights.
Yeah.
But the roads are a little like wet, and I know I think it was 21 or lower yesterday. So
I would crash my car.
But yeah, whatever. Low southern states here, but I don't know. Well, I guess we'll see.
Yeah. So, because I was able to, leave my apartment 2 days ago, my wife and I, we do date nights on Friday, and we went and saw Markiplier's movie, Iron Lung.
Ooh, I have heard just a tad bit about this, but I'm interested to hear your take on it.
So, not like growing up, I knew of Markiplier, like adjacent to PewDiePie. I was more of a PewDiePie kid growing up, but I liked Markiplier and Jacksepticeye. They were all in that same realm. But I've never watched a bunch of his games. My wife actually introduced me to some of his horror game series where he would like just try out a couple of horror games. And I was like, man, I was like, this is really entertaining. This is awesome. And so we watched a couple of those little montages together, and I had known for a while that he was making this movie, but I knew zero about it until the day of the movie. Like, I didn't look up a trailer, I didn't look up a synopsis, but someone at work was like, because everybody at my work now knows that I have date nights on Friday, so they go, what are you doing tonight? And I was like, we're going to see Iron Lung, and they were like, what's that about? And I said, let me Google that.
No idea. It's a movie.
And I Google it, and I was like, oh, okay, this is like a horror thriller style movie. Cool, I guess that's what we're going to see. And I had a very good time, It wasn't like when I saw some of my favorite movies for the first time. It wasn't a 10 out of 10, but I was like, oh, this is a good, like, hangout popcorn flick, 7 or 8 out of 10 of just like, it was fun to hang out. And what ups it to that 8 for me is the fact that it was made by like such a small team on such a small budget. And so that actually does up it for me, where I'm like, this isn't a big budget Hollywood movie. This is like a passion project, which makes it that much better. And it was good. The whole theater was almost filled up with a bunch of people that were in the same age group as who like YouTubers.
Cool.
And we went to our favorite theater, the one that does like food and drinks for us while we're there. So I got to like order my favorite food the experience of going to watch it for 2 hours was amazing.
What's an optimal movie food? Like if you're not eating like popcorn, right? Like
do you want to know what I ordered?
Yeah. What did you order?
So I've tried many things at this theater because they make like restaurant quality, like good food. So it's not, don't put yourself in the mindset of like, I'm ordering a hot dog or a hot pickle, you know what I'm saying?
A hot pickle.
They do those like jumbo pickles, you know what I'm saying?
No, do hot jumbo pickles?
I think they do like spicy jumbo pickles at some places. You've never seen those?
Like spicy. Okay. I was thinking like
not like microwaved.
A warm A warm pickle? That's so gross. Terrible.
So no, I'm thinking like spicy. So I've seen those before, but don't put yourself in this snack mindset, right? You're going to a fancy theater like this, paying normal movie theater price. It was like I think $13 per ticket, not bad.
Oh.
Yeah, like $13 per ticket, and then you sit down and they have beers there. I know you're an avid Dr. Pepper drinker.
Love it. Love
And
it.
so
Dr. Pep.
I ordered a very nice beer. I usually try a different one, and then my wife, Gabby, she will get like one that's like a classic, one that we like already. And I will always order one that I usually go, wow, yours is better. I do that every time. It happens like every single time. Because I'm like,
You tried it though. You tried it.
exactly. I'm always trying them to see what we like, but she always orders the better things than me. So, sitting there, we've tried many things at this theater. This night, she was craving wings, and they have really good wings. So, she ordered wings while she was there, and then I ordered the buffalo chicken mac and cheese. Because this stuff is fire. It's one of my favorite flavors. And the sad thing is, like, the bowl's like this little, and it's stacked up, right? It's got a lot of chicken, a lot of mac and cheese. It's got garlic bread on the side. And so I'm living it up with this stuff, but every time I eat it, I'm like, give me like 3 more bowls, is what I'm thinking.
Oh.
Give me like 3 more bowls of it because it's so good.
They have sitting at like a table, or is it one of those like recliner?
It's one of those nice recliner chairs with a tray that slides forward and backward in front of you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like that. I don't know if I like that or not. I think I'd rather sit at a table.
No, it's not like a drive-in movie theater type deal where like you're sitting in a little table. No, this is like you're reclining back and you've got it slided. You can eat right in front of you. It's really nice. I think you would enjoy the experience if like I took you to it, you know?
But so you said like a drive-in theater. Like, have you been to drive-in theaters with tables?
Not like driving in your car. I'm more so meaning I went to this theater one time. I don't remember where my family was like on vacation at, but there was this theater where they were showing old movies, and they showed old movies on it, and they called it like a drive-in type theater type deal, but there were car-shaped like tables, and you ate dinner and watched these old movies.
Whoa. Oh, that's kind of cool. I
Yeah. It was fun. I remember really liking that because I just sat there glued to whatever was on the TV the whole time while eating, but I know my family was just having a nice night out.
I gotcha. I think initially when you told me you were sitting down and having like movie food, I was thinking like, that doesn't make any sense. Like, why would you do that? But I guess it's really no different than, me making dinner and sitting on my couch watching, a TV show, right? I guess it's, you can eat whatever you want, I suppose. It's just weird to me, I guess, a setting of a movie theater and having regular people food.
I would say it's not the best if you really need to lock in on something. Like if you're really trying to, because you're going to get distracted enough when people are getting food and I'm eating and paying attention to my food. But for your Marvel flicks, for your freaking Avatar type stuff, where you're sitting, like Avatar, you're sitting there for 3.5 hours, right? Order yourself a drink, and 2 hours later, if you want another one, order another one. Order food, and then if you're still feeling popcorn an hour and a half in, go ahead and order it. It's $9 for bottomless popcorn, and the bowls are like this big. Like, go for it.
That's not too bad.
No, it's really good. So, if anybody has a chance, if you go to San Antonio and you see Flicks Brewhouse, the best movie theater on the planet. I used to love the Alamo Drafthouse. I raved about it. I think I told you about it when I went to Austin. But then, like, this movie theater is like twice as good as the Alamo Drafthouse. My previous favorite theater.
I couldn't tell you the last time I've been to a movie theater, to be honest with you. It's been probably maybe with you.
Well, was it when we saw the second Venom movie
Doctor
together?
Strange.
Or the Doctor Strange?
Doctor Strange too.
Yeah.
It was the, what was it? The
Multiverse of Madness?
Yeah. And he had the weird eyeball thing going on.
That sucked. I hated that movie.
I think there's a third one now.
No, there's not a third Doctor Strange, but there are Doctor Strange adjacent things going on.
I can't keep... Oh, you know what? This takes me back. A couple episodes ago, we were talking about Avatar. And I'm pretty sure I called them Smurf people. And I shat all over the film. And I said it was way too Avatar: The Last Airbender adjacent and confused the crap out of me. I told this to our good friend Farmer Eric, and we have hung out since then.
Yep.
When we hung out, I took the day off. We hung out the whole day. It was great. When I was over there, he said, "Oh, I cannot believe you've never seen this. he had the 6 hour or the 8 hour, whatever it is, collector version edition.
No
And he's like, "You're
way.
gonna watch it." I said, "I'm not gonna watch the collector edition, but like, if you want to watch the regular one, I'm cool with that." I watched it. Fantastic movie,
Dude,
I don't know why
the first one?
hated it. I couldn't tell you why. Yeah, I watched the first one. Kid me, as I said in a previous podcast, did not like it. I remember going, gross, not into that. I watched it again.
Not
as an
my
adult.
Avatar.
Fantastic. No, fantastic.
Dude.
I retract any bad statement I have said
Dude.
about to the Avatar franchise. It's great.
So after rewatching it with my wife, it might be my favorite, like up there with my favorite movie. Like
Really?
just that first one, it's so good. Like I've seen the second and the third
Mhm.
one, and they're both still really good, but that first one just hits so different. It's so good.
I don't know what it was. The CGI was actually pretty good.
That's
I
why
think it
everybody
held up
loved it
pretty
back
well.
then, because it looks freaking amazing.
And it held up. I don't know when it came out, whether it was
2012?
early 2000s or what. 2012. It's 2026 now. It held up. It looked great. I thought the story was compelling. I thought the villain was pretty cool. Everything kind of just made
Dude,
sense.
I hope-
And for how long it was long, but I was hooked the entire time.
Dude, I hope you like the villain, because you're gonna have the same villain for 2 more movies.
Oh, okay. Well, good to know. All right.
It's cool and irritating at the same time. That's my one complaint. Is I'm like, the third one did have slightly different villains, which was fine, but the second movie is basically the same villain, and I'm like, okay, you're doing this. You have the same mission in your head. Your goal is still the
I
same.
don't know.
I hate Jake Sully and I want him dead. That's like the whole shtick of this villain, and it's the same in the third movie. And like, they try so many times. They're like, "Oh, I'm holding the hand out to you." It's like freaking. Imagine Scar is on the edge and Mufasa's up top, and he's like holding his claw down. He's like, "Please, I'll help you, Scar." And then Scar's like, "No," and he slaps him away and falls and dies. That's what happens in every Avatar movie.
That's crazy. That's insane.
Yeah.
Good. Man, I'm looking forward to seeing the second and third one. I don't know when I'm going to find the time because they're so long. I don't know why
They're
have
on
to be so
Disney
long.
Plus. If you can just make like an evening whenever you guys are having dinner, like, oh, you know what? Instead of watching Bob's Burgers, let's turn on this movie.
So it's either watch that movie or watch like 12 Bob's Burgers episodes.
This is absolutely true.
But good
They
stuff.
only get longer.
We're
They
not
only
scared.
get longer.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's like
No
3
way.
hours, then like 3 hours and like 15 or 20 minutes, and then it's 3.5 hours, I think, was around the number.
That's crazy. It's are the Transformers movies still really long too? I remember the original ones. Or like the
I
first
could
couple were
not
pretty
tell
long.
you.
No.
I saw
don't know
that
if
first
people
one
really know
many
them anymore.
with Mr. LaBeouf. I saw that one many times.
Mr. LaBeouf.
Dude, so okay. I have a good topic this week. Welcome to Table Talk Friday. We're finally going to get to talking D&D about 13 minutes in. But I have a really good topic this week, and I was thinking about it because it's something new for me that I didn't realize I kind of have done these over time, right? But I have,
Okay.
I don't know if you have any rituals when it comes to like D&D night, right? Like when it comes to tonight we're playing D&D, and I usually do this on D&D night. But I was thinking about it earlier today when I was torturing myself on a treadmill. And I have come up with a new ritual that I've been doing for about a month now, and I haven't said anything about it. I haven't mentioned it on the show, but I've been doing it. And I was like, wow, I'm quite enjoying this. And it happened first in the early December whenever it was cloudy outside and I opened up the blinds and it was just like that beautiful, like gray, cloudy, like almost wintry weather color outside,
Oh,
you
yeah,
know?
love it. Love
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Well, no, so the reason I like that is because it's like you need to stay indoors at that point. It's cold.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cozy.
It's like, okay, I'm gonna like snuggle up inside and hang out with the boys on D&D. So I had it open. I don't remember where my wife was, but she was out and I was just about to play D&D with you guys. So I sit down and I don't know, you know a lot about me. I like caffeine, right?
That is
But
true. That is true.
I used to drink caffeine like every time we would play D&D back before I joined the military. I used to drink like a good bit of caffeine when I would DM sessions. Recently,
Mhm.
what I've been doing is I actually went to the
Injecting
store.
it straight into your veins.
Yep, I've been syringing it right before we start, and I just love it.
They say,
Um,
they say it's optimal.
So what I've been doing lately is I went to the store, and with this new job that I have, I have been trying out like instant coffees and stuff, right? Because they have hot water and I don't want to pay for a $2 or $3 coffee at our little cafe on site. So
Absolutely.
what I've been doing is bringing like cheap things of instant coffee with me so I can just get hot water out of the machine and make my own coffee while I'm at work. So I'm saving a lot of money. But what I also did is we were at the store last time and I was like, you know what? I'm going to buy some instant decaf coffee because I like the feeling of drinking coffee and I like the flavor and I usually make it really well, but I don't want to have caffeine at nighttime. But I don't want to drink like hot chocolate or any of those things you normally drink in the winter. I want to drink my drink.
Okay.
And so the last, I think, 4 or 5 sessions we've played, when we've started, right where I have this cup sitting, I have had a coffee cup and it's been decaf every time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
A little coffee with D&D.
And so I have my stuff set out in there right now because after we finish this podcast, I'm gonna go make decaf coffee and bring it in here for the start of the session.
Oh, okay. No, that's interesting. So, do you feel like that makes you play better? Do you feel like it's, last week we were talking about kind of like superstitions, right? Do you think you don't play as well without the coffee, or it's just your next thing?
I don't think it has anything to do with how I play. I think it's more so just like putting myself in the mindset and like it's a new thing that I've been doing where I'm like, this is my settle down time. This is my focus in and get to the task at hand thing. And it makes me cozy almost.
I like that. I need to get something like that, like a nice little glass of, I don't know, orange juice or something, or maybe I get like a specific snack or something, something to kind of keep me flowing. I like that though. I like that.
Now, my question for you was, do you remember what I used to do in our old apartment whenever we would play? Because I thought about this, and I did this almost every single week for the better part of a year when we were living together. And it was noticeable, but I don't know if you would think about it because it was pretty normal for me. I'll let you take a swing and then I'll tell you.
I don't know if I have a high quality guess here. I feel like, you were pretty regular, pretty natural guy before D&D, but now it seems like you have some sort of dark secret that I've never been exposed to. So I'm curious what it is.
So there's no dark secret, okay? The easy thing to say is I used to buy a lot of energy drinks, right? Mm-hmm. And when I would drink not just a energy drink, Drew. I used to buy a lot of them just off of like Amazon. I would buy them in bulk, just like a huge thing of whatever, because you could get really good deals if you would time sales right. Mm-hmm. And the 2 brands that were always the cheapest, now they're not the cheapest anymore. They have got, since the hierarchy of energy drinks has changed, prices have changed. But back in like COVID times, both Bang and Reign were the like cheapest things I could find on Amazon, like less than $20. I could get a whole case of these babies. So I would buy like 2 at a time, which is like, I don't know, a couple hours of work at whatever job I was doing back then. And so I would get these things and they would last me like a month and a half or so. So the part that we're missing here is the caffeine content of these drinks. Do you know how many milligrams do you know how many, so typical energy drinks I drink now are usually like 200 milligrams of caffeine. I don't have one all the time. It's usually like on days where I'm like getting up and going to the gym or something, I'll drink one beforehand. So how many milligrams do you think were in these ones that I was having during COVID every Friday night, like 4 hours before bed?
Something like, an energy drink called Bang. I'm thinking probably 1, probably maybe 2 max, probably a nice low amount of caffeine in there.
So in a White Monster, which is like one of the most popular energy drinks, you've got like 140 milligrams of caffeine. These Bangs and Reigns that I was drinking at the start of sessions have 300 milligrams of caffeine in them. 300. And I was drinking these things.
Slept afterwards?
I would play D&D for 4 hours with you guys, approximately. Everybody would come over, we'd hang out, and I'd go straight to bed afterwards.
You're insane. That's crazy.
I was what, 22, 23 at the time? I was living it up.
I'm old, man. I'm old now at this point. It's like I don't like eating things so late, or else my tummy hurts in the morning. None of this. I drink
decaf coffee now.
Mm-mm. I maximum I will have. Let's say we're playing some D&D. I'm have a nice little drink to treat myself. I'm gonna have like a little can of Mountain Dew or a can of Pepsi or something,
Yeah.
right? It's one little can of soda, and I'm sure it's not great, right? And it doesn't always make me feel good.
Yeah.
But in the moment, I feel hyped up. It's my I'm like a social drinker of sorts, not even talking about alcohol, just like having beverages around me while I'm chatting with people.
Calling yourself a social drinker in reference to soda is the funniest thing.
Well, I guess it's like a real thing though. So I'm terrible about hydration. I always have my whole life, right? I've never been hydrated to a satisfactory amount for my body. So whenever I'm around people, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just like a nervous thing or like it's an entertaining or whatever it may be. But when I'm around people, I will drink more. I don't know if it's just to keep my throat wet or whatever it may be. I don't know. I'll drink a lot. And I encourage that. I don't care what I'm drinking at the time because it keeps me hydrated. I'm intaking it. So at the end of the night, it's like, oh, I drank all this water. I drank all this tea or whatever it may be. I'm good to go. I'm healthy now.
No, but imagine yourself, you're at the office, right? And you're hanging out with everybody. And it's like, oh, what are you doing Friday night? Oh, I'm going out to the club. Oh, I got a party with my friends. Oh, cool. And you just look at them and you go, oh, I'm more of a social drinker. And what do people think when they hear that? They think, oh, he likes to drink and like, no,
Dr. Pepper.
they think he has a couple beers at home with like friends when they're all over hanging out playing Mario Party. They think that's what they think, or they're playing like Cards Against Humanity. Oh, he's more of a social drinker. They drink as like a little group. He doesn't like to party that much. But you are in reference to like, oh, I'm a social drinker. I drink sodas when other people are around.
Yes. Look. I'll do one. Look, I told you I'm old, man. If when I was young, I could handle the soda. I can't do it anymore. I have one can of soda per day.
You're still young.
That's my. No, I'm not. I'm old as crap now. I have one can of soda per day, and it's with my dinner. And that's if I want the soda. Sometimes I'll bypass it, right? But if I'm playing D&D with the boys, we're staying up a little late, I might get a little crazy.
Have a second one? Oh man.
Yeah, it's a big deal for me, okay? It's really exciting to have I'm gonna crack open a second one. Like the roof's blowing off the house. It's going crazy, It feels good.
Yeah, I make these soda stream things pretty frequently, but it's all diet soda, so I don't get fat again.
I see. I did the whole diet soda for a long time, and
you don't need it. I promise you don't need it.
Soda. Yeah, but I grew up with Diet Pepsi. That was like my thing. That was my shtick. So for the longest time, it's all I drank was Diet Pepsi. And sometime in my teens, I was like, oh, it's a regular Pepsi, and I drank. I was like, wow, this is 10 times better. Since then, I've went from that to Coke to Mountain Dew, Dr. All the stuff. But the topic of the day is rituals for D&D. So you doing caffeine, right? That's your thing. And
now not caffeine. Now it's just warm beverage.
Warm beverage. I could give that a try. I don't think I have a particular food thing that I do. I know last week we talked about, Zach doing stuff with his dice, like making sure they're up facing or whatever. Back in the day, or I guess even now, I would say my ritual for D&D is kind of timing. So back in the day, I don't know if you remember, I was always late for a while.
By 1 minute, almost exactly.
By 1 minute. It was almost always 1 minute, and I didn't plan it that way. It's just that's the way it worked. Every time I was there 1 minute late, and it pissed me off. So now, instead of worrying about the timing, I just show up to D&D last second, unleveled, ready to go. Like, all right, this is my sheet right here. I'm gonna go. My dice. Oh, my dice are in the other room. Gotta go get them. Oh, my mic's not working. I just show up to D&D 1 minute before, maybe 1 minute after, and I just make it work.
But you're not usually super late. The person who's always late is Zach, and it's usually 5 to 10 minutes. He's always 5 to 10 minutes late, and I'm like, this is so normal now. Like the rest of us have already hung out, and then Zach jumps in the middle of a conversation, and we're like, oh, finally he's here. And then at the end of that, he doesn't get to do any of the prep conversation. He gets in, he's there for 2 minutes, and we go, all right, recap, buddy. We snap at him. We're like, okay, go ahead and tell us what the recap is. Because if you guys don't know this, we also have rituals when it comes to our session where what we used to do is whoever was DMing would do a written recap of what happened last time. Like when we last left the party, all of this stuff happened. Eventually that got to being a lot to remember to do beforehand. Cause sometimes I would just off the cuff show up and be like, when we last left the party, a bunch of stuff happened. Let me try to remember it. because I wouldn't write it out. And so now what we do is Zach has been our resident note taker for forever. There have been times when he's like, hey, I don't really want to take notes, guys. Can someone else do it? And then we try and he gets annoyed because it's not like how he wants it. and so he is our resident note taker and we all love him for it. And so now what we do is he gets in there and we're like, all right, Zach, recap for us. And he does the recap every time. He's like, this happened and then this happened and this happened and this happened. And then we start the session with the DM. So that I think that is a special thing we kind of do at our table every single week as well.
I don't know how he does it. I have actively every campaign we have ever started, even these mini campaigns we've been doing or the arcs, right? I commit to it. Like, yeah, I'm gonna take notes. I'm gonna be that guy. I don't have to be the full on recapper, right? The historian, but I'm gonna take some general notes. That way I can kind of review back and get a good idea what's going on. I get through like 2-3 sessions, and that's it, maybe. And
I have
towards the
never.
end of the session, it's terrible. They're just bad. It's bad notes. I feel like I get unimmersed when I start to take these notes, which is terrible. But like I got to be paying attention. There's so much going on, right? I got to get into my character here. And if I take myself out of my character to jot down notes of what's going on, I'm lost. I got to be in the moment.
So I don't play that. I don't ever get to play that often, but I have never even thought about taking a note.
That's insane.
The thought has never crossed my mind. Oh, I should write this down.
And you're running the games.
In the entire history of us playing, I have never gone, yeah, I probably need to know this later. It's not even a glance in that direction.
That's insane. Because I think when I was DMing more frequently back in the day, I think that was one of my biggest stressors. It wasn't even necessarily like preparing. It was documenting and not contradicting myself later with like, yeah, that probably happened. And then someone would say, did that happen? I don't remember. Like I have that fear of, I don't want to go back on something I did or I said. So I want to know everything that happened. And I want to be able to recall back to that moment, but like, yeah, you screwed up because you don't remember 47 sessions ago. You said this.
That is a fun little difference that we have going on between like, if you were to watch a live play, right? Because there's a lot of live plays out there, and I bet their audiences would catch on those things, right? They would catch on to the fact that like this is slightly different than it was before. But we don't have to worry about that because we don't stream or record our games. So it's a lot easier to be like, okay, well, I know my players aren't going to argue with me when it comes to like, oh, I want this stat block to be slightly different now, or this voice isn't the exact same one that I did last time, or I got the spelling of the name wrong the second time. So I don't really like think about it too hard. Now, the things that I do like type out usually in like either the notes on my phone or a Google Doc or something are if I say a name, I usually immediately put that in my Word document.
Oh, really?
I'll be like, okay, Jiru, and I'm like, boom, typed out. That's his name. And I'll keep that in my head. And I'll be like, okay, I remember the name. But when it comes to other things, whatever notes I made before the session are all that are getting used. I am not typing out everything that happened.
Okay. Well, that's heartwarming to me because I feel like there's an expectation for, at least in my brain, maybe it's just some random thing I made up, but I feel like there's an expectation for DMs to have sort of this history or this documented past of what has happened or, things about their world, right? I've done a lot of world building that doesn't necessarily make its way onto paper, but it's in my brain, it's in there. It's in there.
Well, because realistically, the world isn't what you write down. The world is whatever you guys as the players and I as the DM have experienced. Like the DM is the storyteller, but they're not writing the story. We're running the story. We are reacting to what the players do. The one thing I fear is that DMs get way too into the I want to tell this really epic story like thing, as opposed to like I want to make this world really good and interactive for my friends to enjoy.
No, that's true. I think I definitely got caught up in that because I have ideas of this would be a really cool scene or this would be a really cool character, right? And I want to utilize those. I don't necessarily have like an overarching plan, but it's like I want them to get to this point where this cool thing happens, just for the fun of it, because it'd be fun to explain, it'd be fun to interact with, it'd be fun for the players to do, you know. But I think I do get caught up in this is something I want to hit, and then trying to get there instead of just kind of letting it flow.
I mean, I totally get that. Like, I had different ideas for, like, when we did our huge 4-session dungeon recently, I had different ideas for that going in. I had different ideas for that going in where I was thinking, okay, this is going to happen. This will probably happen this way and this will happen this way. None of it, not a single thing went away that I thought it was going to go. And it did. And I didn't think about the fact that it wasn't going the way I thought it was going to go until after each of the sessions. I was just, you know, playing, reacting, coming up with things, moving things around, making sure everything felt lived in. And then by the time the session was over, I was like, dang, we really only covered a fourth of that dungeon.
But we did. We finished it. It took several sessions, but we did.
Yes.
The only other thing I can think of as far as, like, I guess a ritual on my end, because I don't do anything super consistently, and I guess it's a little bit different than a ritual like pregame, but throughout D&D with my character sheets, something I do kind of ritually and habitually, no matter how long it takes me to make these characters, it could be hours, it could be weeks that I think about these characters, right? When I finally put it on paper, it inevitably, several sessions in, I'll look at my health, or look at an ability score, or at a feat. You're like, that's not right. Something's off. And I'll do the math again, and I have like 2 less hit points than I should. Or like my stealth is 1 higher than it should be. It's like, how did I get here? Did I do so? Did I not erase it when I got an ability score increase? And so I'll habitually keep remaking these character sheets over time to make sure they're accurate, because I don't want people to think I'm cheating, right? And then so last week this happened with good old Mr. Shaw here in Pat's campaign that we're doing, right? So I looked at it, and his health was too short for where it was supposed to be. And like, how long has it been like this? So I redo the whole sheet, because I also had I thought something else was wrong too. So I redo the whole thing. During the session, I remade the cheat, wrote it super nice and everything. That same session, I spilled chili on the bottom of the receipt. I was so pissed. So now I have to do it again. But it's okay, because I'll wait 2 more sessions and I'll find that my health is somehow again wrong by 1 point. And I'll have to fix it. I don't know what I do. I don't know how it happens. It's always just a slight discrepancy on one number, whether it be AC, health, a random score. I don't know. I don't know how it happens.
This is why I utilize technology, right? This is why I use that app that Lanky Eric showed us forever ago. Inevitably, I have to go in there and edit keywords and stuff, because inability will show up, and since it's not properly licensed by Wizards of the Coast, everything is renamed a little bit. I'll go in there and be like, I see what it says here, but I don't remember the name of this ability, and I'm going to forget that I have it if I don't. And so I go in there and I list it out. I'm like, this is a channel divinity. Nailed it. This is this cleric ability. And I'll write all those, I'll like backspace it and type it out and be like, okay, I've done it. But for things like ability scores and health, it does it all automatically for me. I don't have to worry about it.
I just don't trust it. I don't trust it, which I guess I can't trust myself either, because I screw it up.
So the only reason I shouldn't trust it is if I modify it. Because if I go in there and I mess with the number, now it's messed up. Because it won't retroactively track things all the time. So like if I go in there and I've decided that I would like the 8 to go into this ability score and change it, sometimes things get left out where it doesn't change the abilities properly. And I'm like, oh no, now I need to go change these numbers, and I do it. But like last week, when Patrick gave us access to any very rare magic item that I could ever want, he gave me the biggest upgrade in the world, dude. So for the audience, I am playing a cleric, and I forget what it is. It's like oh god, I just slapped the mic. Jesus. It's like an amulet of the devout or something like that with a +3. So it's my DC is like a DC 20 for them to pass. And then my spell attack is a +12 as a cleric, as a support cleric. I'm like, I should take Bane now just to give everyone a debuff all the time. Oh my god. I should be doing some crazy stuff like casting banishment on everything.
You should totally do Bane, and definitely some banishment. You gotta. I think we're level 10 now?
Yeah, well, and it really fits in with the character that I'm going for, because he was doing all like his support stuff before, like being a really good like acolyte of like Saluna. But recently, now that he's kind of backing away from her after meeting her, I could be like, no, I do my own thing now. I'm offensive or something like that, you know? I live by my own rules of Bane on everything. Like start going in and going crazy.
Join the club, man. We're denouncing our gods, living free. Or I guess I went to a different god, but living free.
I do think that's a good post-show discussion because I have two things for the post-show, and we are getting a little close to where we can wrap up this episode, about 35 minutes in. So I will just spoil a little bit for the post-show because Drew, you inspired me recently. I texted you the other day because you were talking to all of us in Discord, and you were like, "Hey, I'm looking at the sales for Christmas, and what do you guys think? I'm thinking about picking up like a Far Cry game, something like that. Which one should I get?" And Pat and I were like, "Get 3. Get 3 if it's on sale for a couple dollars, because it has like a really good opening and the characters are cool." I know 5 is also pretty good, but 3 is like the one that everybody raves about because it like changed the landscape of that game. It came out in 2012. And I'm about 6 hours into this game, and I'm having a great time. Just, it's one of those games where you don't have to like super dive in, and then a cutscene comes up, you watch it for a minute, and then you're just out exploring again. So it's one of those really good games that's like, oh, cool, I can like hang out with my wife while I just play this game next to her, or something like that.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about that.
I'm gonna jump in it too.
Yeah, I want to talk about that a little bit in the post show, and then we can talk a little bit more about the other D&D stuff character-wise, because I think we had some cool character moments recently that it would be fun to talk a little bit more about that maybe the main audience doesn't want to hear 20 to 30 minutes of without any context.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. No, that sounds like a plan.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Table Talk Friday. If you enjoyed this show and want to hear that post-show conversation, you can go to patreon.com/Table Talk Friday and get the show nothing added on to it. It's nice, clean. Our post shows are usually in video over there. And as soon as I'm done editing, which is sometime the week before, the show goes up. I just finish editing it and I throw it right up there on the Patreon. No issues with the post show. So if you like that and you want a bunch more bonus content, you can go to patreon.com/Table Talk Friday and support us over there. But until then, I'm gonna have Far Cry Jason take us out.
Jason, I've just been crying for far too long, man. It's been months, dude. I cried through Thanksgiving, Christmas, and now I'm just getting farther away. Like, I'm so far. I'm getting farther away from the mic.